know, there's definitely going to be no excuse for him in that front. He was very relaxed in the parade, and he's got his goal down at the start there. So that's one less variable that's going to come into the equation here. But the tactics are going to be very interesting. I think if you're Willie Mullins, you want Kellis Free to go up with a good gallop. You know, it'll help Flemenstar settle, but it'll put the emphasis on stamina, which won't suit Flemenstar in my view, and will suit sort of Champ. So it's going to, the first couple of furlongs will be very interesting, but that's the way I can see it panning out.
Jockeys looking forward to it. Paul Town and Andrew Lynch all smiles. Davy Russell, a more focused expression on his face. Robbie Power, the man involved here on John Call, who, for all that he's a previous winner, does look very much up against it on recent evidence. Doesn't seem to be quite the force of old, and that's reflected in the market here. When we reach post time, we're set for the 2013 Hennessy Gold Cup. They'll be called home by Descal.
Bannon now just about to call the forerunners into line for what hopefully will be a cracking race for the Hennessy Gold Cup. The white flag is raised. They're off and running, and last year's winner, Quellis, is the first to settle down in the lead as they make their way now to the first fence right over on the far side. So it's Quellis Free and Paul Townend from stable companion Sir Deschamps, and John Cole is a little bit awkward at it in third. And Flemenstar is dropped in today, the back marker of the quartet. So on they go to fence number 2, which is the first of the ditches, as Quellis Free shows in front of the stable companion Sir Deschamps. Out over that one, John Cole is third, and Flemenstar, the back marker of the quartet, as they make their way now towards fence number 3, taking them right down the far side, and Quellis Free and Paul Townend lead. Sir Deschamps and Davy Russell with John Cole over in third place, taking them down the far point by Robbie Carr, and Flemenstar and Andrew Lynch settled in the back marker of the quartet. They're racing on now towards the next fence on the far side, one before the first of the ditches, and Quellis Free bowls along 2 in front. So Deschamps second, in third place is John Cole, and Flemenstar is in fourth. They're going now to the first of the ditches on the far side, with Quellis Free showing the way to stable companion Sir Deschamps. John Cole tracked by Flemenstar as the forerunners now reach the ditch at the far point. And the forerunners now turn to make their way to the fence before they swing into the straight. Quellis Free, last year's winner, a couple of lengths in front, Sir Deschamps second. Break then at 4 lengths to John Cole, who's tracked by Flemenstar. They're racing now to the fence that will take them across on the approach to the straight. Quellis Free, Sir Deschamps, John Cole and Flemenstar beginning now to make the approach to the turn in to the fence that will bring them up in front of the stands in the Hennessy Gold Cup. And Quellis Free is the leader, tracked by Sir Deschamps. A break of 4 lengths to John Cole with Flemenstar, the back marker of the 4. Racing into the straight now to face the fence nearest the stands. Quellis Free the leader from Sir Deschamps, John Cole and Flemenstar. Coming on now to the fence that will bring them up in front of the stands, and of course the final one next time. And they come to it now, Quellis Free. Here's Prick, Paul Townend, Sir Deschamps jumping up. We're about a length and a half off in second for Davy Russell. A few lengths to John Cole, who's racing in third place for Robbie Carr, and they're being followed by Flemenstar and Andrew Lynch. The 4 runners now race up to pass in front of the stands, a complete circuit of the track ahead of them. And Quellis Free leads Sir Deschamps, and they're being followed by John Cole and Flemenstar as they race away from the stands towards the next fence, which is 10 fences from the finish. Just about to come up now, close to the halfway point. Quellis Free in front. In second place is Sir Deschamps. John Cole is on the inside of Flemenstar, going now to the fence away from the stands. Quellis Free, Sir Deschamps, being followed by Flemenstar on the outside of John Cole as they go now to the second fence away from the stands before they make the entry towards the back straight. And Quellis Free and Paul Townend on the inside of Sir Deschamps and Davy Russell. And then Flemenstar, Andrew Lynch on the outside of John Cole and Robbie Power. So the 4 runners begin now to make their way towards the final 10 furlongs. They've got 8 fences left to jump in the Hennessy Gold Cup, and there's little change in the order, except Flemenstar just moving third now ahead of John Cole. But Quellis Free continues to lead stable companion Sir Deschamps, making the approach to the first of the fences down the far side. 8 left to jump. Last year's winner, Quellis free by 2 lengths to Sir Deschamps. A break of 3 then to Fleming Star, and a further 3 then to John Call as they go out over that one and make the run on now to the next, which will be 7 fences from home and just over a mile from the finish. Quellis free tracked all the while by Sir Deschamps with Fleming Star 3 lengths back in third, and John Call now the back marker of the quartet. 7 fences left to jump, and it's Quellis free from Sir Deschamps and Fleming Star. As they clear that one, the back mark of the 4 is John Call as they head now to the second last of the ditches, right across from the stands. 6 left to jump, Quellis free from Sir Deschamps. In third place, Fleming Star, and John Call is the back marker of the 4. Quellis free, Sir Deschamps. In third place, Fleming Star getting a bit closer. A break then to John Call as they race now to the next on the far side. 5 left to jump, Quellis free, Sir Deschamps and Fleming Star getting close to the leading pair, and a good jump by Fleming Star, almost level with Sir Deschamps there, but taken back and just tracks the leading pair by a couple of lengths now. Fleming Star, that's Quellis free from Sir Deschamps. 2 lengths then to Fleming Star with John Call the back marker of the 4. They race now to the last ditch on the far side. 3 left to jump, Quellis free from Sir Deschamps. Fleming Star just behind them in third. A break to John Call in 4. So they go now to the ditch on the far side. 3 from the finish, and Quellis free with Sir Deschamps making ground up on the inside. Tracked by Fleming Star as they go out over that. It's Sir Deschamps on the inside from Quellis free, and Fleming Star now moving between horses. The 3 turn towards the second last. Sir Deschamps, Fleming Star, and on the outside Quellis free. Racing on towards the second last now, and Fleming Star in the centre comes to join Sir Deschamps. On the outside is Quellis free, and Sir Deschamps now leads them off the turn, being followed by Fleming Star. Turning in for the final fence now, it's Sir Deschamps from Fleming Star. Quellis free has dropped back in third. Straightening up for the final fence in the Hennessy Gold Cup, and it's Sir Deschamps and Davy Russell. Fleming Star, Andrew Lynch trying to raise his effort towards the near side. They're coming down now to the final fence, and Sir Deschamps is over the last, a couple of lengths in front. Now Fleming Star is asked to quicken on the near side. It's Sir Deschamps from Fleming Star. They're neck and neck. They've got 150 yards to go. It's Sir Deschamps and Davy Russell. Fleming Star, Andrew Lynch, the near side. It's Sir Deschamps on the far side. Sir Deschamps will win the Hennessy Gold Cup for the Jiggerstown House Stud. Another big race for Willie Mullins and Davy Russell as they beat Fleming Star in the second. John Call and Quellis free back it out.